happened, dears? Please? We've got to get moving now. Please? Oh, I mustn't do this again today. It's utterly unbecoming of me. Oh, he's going to lose it. Oh.
Come on, Edward. We'll make up the time. Just wait.
No worries. No worries. He'll be here. He said he would, and I'll trust him.
Edward has worked on the railway for many years. He has seldom taken a break and was in need of maintenance. Despite his best efforts, some of his trains were running late. James sat at the platform looking rather dismayed. He was hoping to pull the express next week, but waiting for Edward's passengers made him late with his own trains.
I could still make up the time, surely.
He said rather meekly. I'm sorry to say, those chances were dwindling. The passengers swarmed the guard. They did not appreciate the delays.
Nor did James.
Poor James! He'll make up the time anyway.
Perhaps if he hadn't been laughing, Boko would have noticed the doors on his vans come loose as they dashed through the level crossing. Sheep wandered all over the tracks. Boko panicked.
Edward!
They were making good time. Edward was puffing hard to a steady beat.
Today will be a good day.
But he spoke too soon. He rounded the next curve and his brakes came on hard. He stood face to face with...
Livestock? Stupid lamb.
puffed the Metrovic.
Move them now, hurry.
No help for it. Looks like we'll be.
Don't you dare, I refuse to be. He's late again. Move, damn it. Of all the bloody times we'll do it too. Come on, come on.
Edward tore through the junction, frantic to make up the time. But no matter how hard he puffed, he was still late.
Oh, James. I'm terribly sorry. I tried to be faster. Oh dear.
Oh dear indeed. I told you I needed this run to go well at the very least. You've got no respect for me, mate. I needed you, for God's sake.
Come on. I tried to get here as quick as I could. There were sheep on the line from Boco's. Old iron proving to be leaky, unreliable, and full of excuses. As is becoming the usual, I see. Likes of you.
Edward was incredulous.
Old iron? I'm sorry that I've been late recently, but I don't think that's called for.
It absolutely is. Right, the express was almost mine, you're no longer dependable, and you robbed me of my dreams, you decaying kettle.
Alright, bootlaces, that's enough. I think you should get moving anyways. Your crew
need not worry about me delaying my trains due to my age.
'Cause you'll delay yours by running your mouth too much. We're late as is, and the guard has been blowing his whistle for 5 minutes now. You silly engine, we can deal with this later. Now get on with it.
Edward cackled. James started with a roar. charged the hill with an impudent huff. He had much more to say to the older engine when they next met.
He's utterly useless. Rotten old iron's too slow for the guaranteed connection.
Old iron?
Phew, slow?
Edward could beat you in a race any day.
I don't. Just look at old iron now.
Indeed, right before them stood Edward. Spinning around on the turntable. His paint was worn, and his parts creaked and clanked as he backed into his berth.
You're utterly pathetic. However could the Fat Controller possibly choose an engine like you to run your branch line when you're only good for holding everyone else up? That's not how my engines are to address one another. I am most displeased with your temperament regarding this matter, James. I expected better out of you. Sir, it's all him, sir. I mean, he's just... Be silent. Now, Edward, I've noticed most recently there's been a decline in your punctuality. Ow, I'm truly sorry about that, sir. No, Edward, I am not cross with you. It is clear, however, that you are in dire need of maintenance. So here's what I'll do. James will handle your goods work on the branch line, and you will handle the local passenger service from Knapford. I think the change in workload will actually do you quite a bit of...
Edward's valves let off suddenly. Steam shot out in all directions, startling everyone.
Damn it, not now.
Edward was completely at a loss for words as the Fat Controller blew steam away from his face, looking rather stunned.
Sir, I can still manage my duties. I feel quite alright. There's hardly any reason to...
You're acting like you're in danger here, Edward. That is simply not the case. No, you're being scheduled for an overhaul. I know you want to be useful to me, Edward, but you can't do so if you're falling apart and running late, now can you?
No, sir. I suppose not.
Then that's settled. Give me some time to solidify a plan. I'll have to rearrange the schedule to account for our absence.
I really do appreciate the thought, sir. However,
I did not say this was up for discussion, Edward. You're going to pull the local tomorrow and then prepare for your next train. That is final.
The next morning, Edward was repaired in a siding, while James set off to do his work. Edward's first train of the day was a slow goods. James found it easy, and he was growing rather bored. He was looking forward to a change of pace. The driver uncoupled him, and they left the train in the sun. all was well. Until... The sneezes grew more frequent, and the driver had to leave. He had fallen in. Leaving the fireman to prepare James for shunting.
Pretty easy.
He stepped away to make the arrangements with the signalman.
I know how to do this.
As he did so, some boys entered the station. There before them stood a giant red engine, fresh from a page of one of their books. There was nobody inside. They acted on the idea as soon as it hit them.
Look at me. I'm a conductor now.
The boy pulled and turned every knob and every lever he could. Presently, James woke up, and feeling steam in his tubes and a hand at his controls, took off.
Run! Run!
Boy, get back here! But it was no use. James was already coasting away, down the main line. Everyone seems so upsetting.
What then? That's all traffic halted to Kildare.
Oh, you just wait. You just wait until I get my hands on those blasted children.
You need to listen to yourself before saying such things. More presently, we have an engine to recover before he derails. Luckily, we seem to have an engine on standby.
The men explained the situation to Edward and his crew. James as fireman grew hesitant.
All right, let's get him. He'll get him all right. Before the next station, I'll bet.
Said Edward confidently. With that, everyone climbed aboard and he set off at once.
Odds big hands. Go catch him. We'll catch him. We'll catch him.
With his regulator fully open, the K2 glided down the line and off into the Sudbury countryside. Before long, a familiar red tender drew near. James had yet to notice a problem. He was running nicely and enjoyed the afternoon sun. He found it most alarming then, when old Iron came up next to him.
Oh God, no.
Seeing his fireman in old Iron's cab sent him over the edge. Steam shot into his cylinders and he surged forward.
Slow down, James. I can't keep up with you. Go to the dog. Calm down, you fool.
Oh my word! Catch him, Edward! I know you can!
But that was proving more difficult now. The wind fanned James's flames and his injectors kept pumping water into his boiler. He continued to gain on his rescuers.
Come on, old boy! You can catch him!
It's worse than we thought, sir. We're having trouble keeping up,
said Harold as he flew in above the engines. He did all he could to stay close, but wind and steam kept him at bay.
We're alongside him now. What do we do? Bloody hell! He's lost his marbles!
Oh, they're steady. I've almost got them.
The inspector was trying to cast a rope over James's buffer, but the engine swayed and he nearly fell.
Almost there. Damn it. Come on. Come on.
They dashed through a tunnel and were greeted by Percy.
I knew the red signal was ours.
He braked hard and stopped at once, but the truck squealed.
They put all their weight on his buffers, shoving him forward.
Go on! Go on!
I hate this train.
Then came the next station.
Keep back, he's a runaway.
The very audacity to halt my express like this. Surely those responsible realize I have a reputation to maintain. I mean, it's disgusting and dastardly, discongruent with the natural order of things. Just wait till the others are informed of this pathetic disruption to my services. I mean, who would dare to...
Look out! Pardon us.
Merciful mackerel! What the devil are you two playing at? Oh, my steam chest.
The men had resolved to give it another attempt. Edward was put back onto the middle line. His crew saw a new opportunity come about. The engines dashed up the hill. Edward surged forward, determined to get ahead of James, whose speed faltered before the grade. They'd done it, and Edward stayed ahead of James all the way down the other side of the hill.
Oi! I've got them! Get aboard! No! No!
Right then, you're up, Stephen.
I'm in! I'm in! Oh! Oh. Oh, it's over now. Oh. Well. It looks like... It looks like old Iron caught you after all, eh? Oh, Edward, I'm so sorry. Oh, never mind, James. But, come on. I'm just glad you're safe. But I said all that stuff and, you're leaking steam, mate. Maybe so. But I'm already going to the works. It'll make him go quicker, wouldn't it? Alright. Look, I'm just glad you're safe, James. You're my brother, mate. You really are. Oh, I would have knew that. Thank you. You were splendid, Edward. That's nothing. Now, let's get you back home. No, you can't. No, you're not taking me anywhere. As Edward coupled up to James, it became apparent to everyone that he was in no condition to make the journey. James came to his senses rather quickly. He knew what he had to do. Come on. Let me take you back, Edward. Please, you've come all this way and you're really not supposed to be moving. And with that, James pushed Edward all the way back to the last station. You're a good engine, James. Almost there now. Almost. Henry was waiting at the station. He was most surprised by what he had seen. Seems like you two have been busy. Anyone care to explain? This, my dear Henry, is a fine piece of work from a fine crew and a fine engine indeed. I'm very, very proud of you, dear Edward. Edward could only offer a weary but still warm smile at this. James, you shall have a quick rest and then take your next train as you were supposed to. This has already upset my arrangements enough, don't you think? Yes, sir, at once. Sorry. As for you, Edward, well, I am most proud of you. Naturally, your overhaul will be pushed up a bit. I think you should go to the works at once. In the meantime, I have to go talk to those boys and their parents about railway safety. My, James. It seems we'll have quite the story to tell at the sheds tonight, eh? Excuse me, sir, may I be allowed to depart? At once, Henry, at once. I think it's time we got this railway back on schedule. James, be a good engine and put Edward on the back of your next train. The sooner we can have his repairs complete and have him back on his branch line, the better. And so, with the Fat Controller's go-ahead, all of the engines set off to finish their work. After all, they hated being late. Come on, please. It simply isn't right to making me do all of this work and all of these extra trucks, is it? Indeed, all of the engines were feeling the strain of pulling Edward's trucks as well as their own. It was proving most difficult. Even the express had taken on more passengers. Gordon worked himself to the frames, determined not to let Edward down. To supplement, new engines were brought on the line to handle some of the goods traffic. But even their help wasn't enough to cover all of Edward's work. Boko came to realize this the fastest, and I'm sorry to say, the twins spared him absolutely no grief.
It's all 'cause of that red airhead, I tell you. If he hadn't been such a nuisance going up the line, right, my friend would still be here. All that red git does is complain about anyone who refuses to admonish him.
I say, but do try to be sensible, Thomas dear. James has it the hardest of all us, you see, and he still feels rather guilty for running away, even though it was the fault of those boys. I don't think that's fair. Do you? Yes, quite right, Clarabelle. And furthermore, Edward was going to the works anyway. I don't see any need to continue blaming James for this. He misses him just as much as we do, so be kinder to him.
One evening, the signalmen were performing their nightly duties and preparing to allow a special through. They had just given the line the all clear when they heard a familiar whistle. No way. We're home! Oh, it's good to be back, isn't it? At last, Edward had finally returned from the works. He was feeling rather cheerful. Rosie had offered to double-head her special with him. They had had a lovely run, but they were glad to be home. With a most valiant and graceful effort, the engines pulled the train through the station throat in the pale moonlight and coasted past the Farquhar sheds. The branch line engines were most ecstatic to see him.
Edward's back! Look, it's Edward!
Oh my God,
shut up! Edward's back! Look at him!
And he's found Rosie too.
Look at old Iron back in styling.
Oh, good one, Ameline.
Yes.
Edward is a rather kind engine, and despite the odds not always being in his favor, he always gets his trains home. There's much more to say about him, but I'll save those stories for another time.